hope you don't find out. How about that?
He's
Call
up
me
there
an
shaking
old
his
witch.
head no. She has payback. Just watch it, Jason.
Okay, so as you can see, I'm in John, borrowing John for today. It's because some really big stuff happened. We bought a house. So now I get to go work on house stuff. Everything's official, we've closed. There's some things we need to do before we get moved in, so that's part of what I'm doing today. Probably for the next couple weeks. So right now we're off to Menards to get some kind of supplies and start getting things prepped up. I've already done a little bit. It's all those general little things you want to try and get done before you move in. That way it's easier later. So yay, lots of side quests. That's where we're gonna go, and guess you're going along for the ride. Alright, we're gonna go probably not save big money at Menards and get the supplies we need. Onward. Well, you can see I don't have a lot. We got tape and drop cloth and a scraper for clearing the popcorn ceiling, and then prepping for paint, and then I got a seed spreader for helping the lawn, and then I gotta find a pump sprayer. Everybody's helpful in Menards until you actually need help. So, onward we go. Okay, all done at Menards, and we're here. Excuse me. It is a fixer-upper, not in a massive way. It's lots of little cosmetic things, a couple minor repairs, but the price was way right. It's about the same size as the apartment was, a little bit smaller, but yard space, all that good stuff. So, and it costs less than the apartment, so that's a super extra bonus. So the gentleman we bought it from was starting to suffer from dementia, and he had rented it, but he lived out of state. His kids said, just sell it, come live with us. So he wasn't always around for doing the repairs, and the lady that lived here was older, and she actually just put herself in a home so she didn't have to worry about things like that. Just kind of sad. We didn't realize it was a rental at the time, but apparently it wasn't by the time we got it. So lots of little things that just need taken care of. So kind of go through it and go from there. Time for the big reveal. There it is. This neighborhood was built in the 50s, so it's a whole ranch house track kind of deal. Most likely for the local National Guard base or Air Force. So a lot of the houses look the same except for the paint. People have put little additions on and stuff. I'll go this way. Already met one of the neighbors. He seemed pretty nice. He's been here for about 10 years. He says it's a really quiet neighborhood, which is nice. Let's see. Front yard's decent. Needs a little care. Big old giant sycamore shading the whole thing, which is nice. All these houses are kind of oriented a little weird, so that's actually goes to more the laundry room than the front room. So Mr. Atwood's already put the we have arrived pinwheels out. Can I go from here? A lot of cleanup. Just general cleanup. It's a good size fenced in backyard. There wasn't a whole lot of damage from the storms for the trees, so that was nice. More giant hackberries covering the yard. You know, everything's shady, but it does get some sunlight. So garden will be a possibility. Shed's got some normal wear and tear, but it's actually in really good shape. Whole thing's fenced in. Those trees are actually inside the fence, so just got a lot of trimming and just general stuff. I have to hit it with the power washer, clean it up so we can prep outside for paint. It did get new screen doors, so try to get the right key. It's gonna take getting used to until the apartment keys are gone. Okay. So where it's white was actually covered with a paneling. We need to, they had replaced the windows because they leaked, but they hadn't gotten to the drywall. It's actually not as bad as it looks. So the rest of the drywall just needs to be cut out, replaced, and then painted. All little nails to pull, things like that. Air conditioner and furnace are actually hidden behind that. That's going to become a secret bookcase. Kind of a secret door thing. Kitchen is long and has old cabinets. So it's gonna take a little while to figure out how we want to arrange it. We actually picked up the fridge for stupid cheap off Marketplace. Really nice big one. Just gotta figure out how we want it. Lots of little laundry area. Also needs some work. I don't blame the work on that was done on anybody. You know, the lady was older, didn't have any help, or what help she did have probably wasn't very good at it. Okay, come through here. One of the bigger bedrooms, hallway storage. I don't know if we'll probably shelf this back out. Cabinets. It does have a whole house fan, which isn't bad. It actually helps keep everything kind of nice and cool. Little bedroom. And then this will probably be the master bedroom because it's closer to the bathroom. Just lots of paint work, mainly. You can kind of tell where she tried to paint and probably couldn't see very well. So, surround needs redone. As very much a 50s tub. We haven't decided if we're going to keep it, or you can actually get paint for them now. So, but bathroom's got the skylight, which is kind of nice because we tend to have plants in the bathroom. Attic access is up there. Lots of cleaning, lots of painting. But unlike a lot of the houses that were here or built around in this neighborhood, this one has air conditioning. So some of the other ones that were actually for sale around here do not. So that makes a world of difference. So probably gonna do big bench seat, maybe some built-in around the window. We haven't decided yet. It's all going to be a matter of how things fit. And just kind of go from there. I'm going to have to accommodate for the vents. So our room may be a little rearranged. Got to swap the outlets. The outlets are actually grounded, but they don't have the 3-prong outlets in them. I have a feeling everything was rewired when they put in the AC, probably, I don't know, turn of the century. That's so weird to say turn of the century, and I went through it. Yeah. Clean and paint and a little remodel, get the basics done so we can move in and then stage everything else. So, let's see, where can I set this without it falling over? No, I'm a tripod, so it doesn't help. There we go. Okay, so welcome to We Have Been Chosen. We kept things quiet because, well, until the deal was done, we wanted to make sure it was done. It is a little overwhelming in some ways, but not so much in others. So. Welcome to the new adventure. We're going to take up the next couple months when we get this cleaned up, moved, and then whole different processes. So yeah. I got a lot of tearing out to do. And we'll just go from there. So lots and lots of cleaning, lots and lots of paint. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go from there. All right. So, unfortunately, this is a demo day. This had some like crap panels from where they'd done work, but they didn't fix the wall. So, it's also where the washer goes and the dryer goes, but it's oriented weird. So I think what I'm gonna do is rebuild it so everything's still accessible, but it's a neat and tidy panel, and then make it so that the washer and dryer can sit next to each other, because it's awkward to have one here and then one over here. I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, this cabinet could go. It doesn't even look like it was there the entire time. So that's an option. Losing storage sucks, but all right. I think pretty much all the nails are pulled over here, so I can do any drywall patching and replacing and installing new outlets. So this wall about level with the bottom of the windows, that's just all new drywall all the way across. Maybe a section right there. I don't know about this wall. I think it'll be okay with some patching. There were just so many nails from that paneling, it was ridiculous, right? All the bottom trims coming off and getting replaced with nicer trim. Whoever did the painting and things like that, yeah. The joys of new home ownership. Let's see what, here's the big. Surround is out. Fortunately, there's not a ton of signs of water, which is good. So like that panel board there will get replaced. This section might get replaced. It'll depend on how well it comes off. There's like a mix of roofing nails. So whoever did it before didn't know what they were doing. It was stuck up under the panel, you know. So we'll burn that bridge. Fortunately, all the water is accessible on the other side, so I don't have to worry about too much. It's a lot of like replacing and water, you know, water fittings. So I can turn the water off, put in new things. It's actually not as bad as it feels and looks, you know, when I actually use my human brain, not my lizard brain. I'll put a new surround in unless she decides she just wants a brand new, like, walk-in shower or something, which I would not mind at all. I don't really care about tubs unless they're huge, and there's no room for huge in here. So there's some signs of bugs, but nothing out of the ordinary for something that's just been sitting and hasn't had its upkeeping done. So I sprayed outside. I will probably spray inside before I leave. That way it can sit overnight with nobody in here for the cats. The AC is not on, and it's reasonably cool. We got the fan. I got the fans going, pulling the air through. Actually, so it is. Let's see. It's noon. So that's how much. That's how much light the backyard is getting at noon. So not too bad. That branch hanging down right there is the branch that's got to go. A lot of yard clearance. You know, she loves ivy that grows on the fence, which is fine. But there's still a lot of work. I put in the little utility locate order today, so that'll get done here in a couple days. Yeah, so far so good. I have a feeling the kitchen is coming sooner rather than later, but you know, so it's kind of where I'm at. Everything's charging at the moment. I got a lot of little things accomplished. I could tear out that wall, but I don't want to get into it unless I'm prepared to deal with it, and I don't feel prepared. So, which means I need to get sockets, a couple other things. So far, remodeling cost has only been $65 so far. And that was getting, hold on, she's calling. Okay, so I've probably done as much damage as I can at the moment before I tear into the wall, but I need some other things to make that happen. Definitely need food. Food is a good thing. So, paneling's torn out, surround is torn out. The things that need done for that are not that bad. They're just time consuming and a little bit of money. We're trying to do this as affordably as possible. Yeah, the finish work around here was horrible, but we can do it. It's just, it's a mess. So, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go get some food, and then I'll kind of let you know where I'm at from there. Oh, I sprayed the outside of the house for bugs. Probably do the inside before I leave. That way I can sit overnight with nobody in here. Yeah. I mean, minor signs of bugs. Mostly spiders. Brown recluses are a problem in Kansas. So, other than that, one step at a time. Okay, so I'm back at the house. It's actually been a day or two. As you can see, I've torn out the wall. Well, I tore out the drywall, torn out the old insulation. Lots of side questing, checking for traps, you know. It didn't look good, but it's actually not near as bad as it could have been. What happened is this window had leaked at some point. They replaced the two windows that leaked, but they didn't fix down below. So that's what I'm doing. The drywall was beat up. The insulation was crappy. You can kind of see down along the edges where it gotten wet. There's actually, looks like 2 layers of plywood on the other side. That's actually from when the house was built, and then they put vinyl siding on. So there was the ittiest bittiest bit of really old termite damage, which there is no sign of any. Most likely they followed the water. Everywhere else I've looked where I have exposed boards and things like that, everything looks fine. So there's nothing active there. So I've got some 2x4s to kind of shore up some, not really sketchy, just shore it up, make it so I have good spots for redoing my drywall, and then get my drywall, close this back up after I get insulation and stuff in. There's a little bit of electrical that needs done, mainly because like wonky outlets, stuff like that. I've also torn out the surround in the bathroom. That just needs some new backer and then some new fixture, and it's done. It's also not bad. We're just running into a lot of little things that a little old lady wasn't able to handle maintenance wise. So far so good. Money wise, we're actually still only about $200 into our repairs, so that's good. It's nothing horrendous, just lots of little things. So we still have to get paint, all that stuff, but I gotta get the drywall first. But Sherwin-Williams is having like a paint sale this weekend, So we might go get our paint early. That way we have it. And then it's just ready to go. Done all the normal things. Sprayed for bugs. You know, that stuff. There's not really, other than kind of being a slight roly-poly apocalypse. Just mainly because the house is on a slab. Roly-polies get in no matter what. They can come in under a door. You know, they're just looking for water and food. And the food ain't here. Neither is the water. So, I got a lot of little things. I got the start of our kind of island kitchen counters. So, deal with that. And then we'll, one bit at a time. It's going to take a lot of rearranging and arranging, but so far so good. So, get back with it when I have something more. Especially if I can remember to look at the camera, not at myself. So, yep. This will probably be the end of this episode, and then we'll move on to the next one. That way it's not too long. So, hope everybody's having a good day, and we'll talk to you later.